In a shocking revelation from his sensational new memoir, former Prime Minister Boris Johnson divulged that he was enlisted to give Prince Harry a manly pep talk, to convince Harry that leaving Britain for a fresh start abroad with Meghan Markle would be a monumental mistake. To understand the gravity of the situation, let's draw a parallel with another royal saga, that of Wallis Simpson and King Edward VIII. Their negotiations, which practically spanned 6 months, were laden with complexity. Edward's situation was uniquely challenging as he was negotiating his abdication while also grappling with the expectations of being a king. Meanwhile, Princess Margaret faced a different struggle over her relationship with Peter Townsend, which lasted 2 years. The nuances in their predicaments revealed the royal family's historical attempts to navigate love, duty and public perception. Contrast this with Harry's rapid exit after he and Meghan announced their intentions to step back from royal duties. Negotiations lasted barely 3 weeks before they met at Sandringham on January the 13th. While Harry claimed to present 5 options, the reality was much simpler. He wanted a half-in, half-out arrangement. However, the firm's response was crystal clear. We do not negotiate with terrorists. It was a hard stance, emphasising that Harry could either comply with their terms or walk away. According to Boris, the palace had a curious reason for reaching out to him for this pep talk. They seemed to think that if Harry heard the perspective of a prominent figure like the Prime Minister, it might sway his decision. Yet Boris himself was perplexed about why he was even involved. After all, why would the palace ask him to intervene when the decision had already been made? The conversation was a mere 20 minutes long, devoid of any real negotiation or proposals. The timing was crucial, just a week after Harry's official announcement to step back. And it was evident that Boris was more of a messenger than a mediator. The palace likely wanted to project that Harry was the one opting to leave, rather than being pushed out. After all, there was significant public sentiment in early 2019 urging compassion for Meghan as she faced intense media scrutiny. What ensued after this brief encounter was the establishment of the Sandringham Accord, which Harry vehemently opposed during his legal battles against the government. Following the conversation, Harry lost his security funding and faced demotion within royal ranks. Boris's chat with him on January the 20th was less about negotiation and more about clarifying the ramifications of Harry's resignation. As the 6th in line to the throne, Harry's departure wasn't just a personal choice, it was a decision that impacted the monarchy's structure. The government, the Prime Minister and even Parliament were informed of Harry's resignation, and Boris's conversation was intended to ensure that Harry grasped the full weight of his decision. While Boris's brief meeting with Harry seemed insignificant, it highlighted a much larger issue: Harry's misunderstanding of the situation. He appeared to believe that he could always return to the firm if things didn't work out. Yet the reality was starkly different. Without the support of key figures, particularly Prince Philip, Harry found himself isolated. Philip's reluctance to engage with Harry was a decisive factor that led to the breakdown of negotiations and ultimately sealed Harry's fate. Boris Johnson's account of his pep talk with Prince Harry provides a fascinating insight into the chaotic landscape surrounding Megxit. It showcases not only the complexities of royal family dynamics, but also the pressures exerted by public perception and political expectations.